Sisters who watch. Sisters who watch. Sisters who watch.
Love Island.
Hey, y'all, hey. Welcome to Sisters Who Watch.
Hello, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Laura, and we're sisters who watch everything. TV, movies, sports, concerts, and even new hot bombshells entering the villa.
Yes, that's me. That's right.
We love to watch, and we love talking about it even more. Today we're watching
Love
Island USA.
Season 7, the finale.
So Shelby and I, we're giving our finale reactions, a reaction to the last few episodes of the season. Check out our part 1 review of the first basically 75% of the season that we released last week. We do a deep dive of everything. 2 parts. Mm-hmm. So go check out that review. Okay, Shelby. So how are you feeling coming in the last week of Love Island?
I was feeling a bit drained. There was so much happening. Like, Sierra had just left the villa. Like, it just felt like the season had been so, like, toxic and draining. And I was like, kind of like, I'm ready for it to end. Like, I felt like the heaviness of the show you felt. But then the last week somehow became the best week of the season.
Oh, the best.
You had Nicolandria get together. You had the babies, which was the baby challenge was hilarious. Them putting do-rags on the babies, Marcel, Hilton.
The internet being like, we need to get Marcel a trust fund. That was really funny.
Marcel will go to private school.
Yes. Marcel is, if you need a reminder, Marcel is the fake baby of Nicolandria and Nick. And that baby was very black. Very black.
Do-rag and everything.
The way they put the bonnets and the do-rags on the baby.
Like, protect their hair.
That was so crazy. I was like, please stop immediately.
Oh my gosh. Nick took Marcel to like the gym and was like, it's never too early for a workout, Marcel. So some other highlights is we finally got to see the hideaway. It's kind of crazy that we hadn't sent couples to the hideaway until this last week.
Very interesting.
We hadn't seen like people leave the villa. And I was like, I literally had said, we haven't seen the hideaway. We haven't seen people leave the villa. And then they literally gave it to us all this week. We had 2 hideaway dates. We had a boys' day where they played basketball. We had a girls' spa day. Like, I was like, finally, thank you.
I know, interesting things happening. The babies,
right? Yeah. And they had like challenges. And of course, family day. Oh, so it was a really good last week in terms of like content.
Yeah, they finally started having programming and things
that were positive or just like letting the Islanders have fun instead of like stand on business, you know?
Yeah. I agree. I definitely miss this season. The Twitter challenge, that is one of my favorite challenges on both UK and US, where they read tweets or just messages from fans that are very shady. So good.
And they have to guess who it's about.
Yes. So that's always a great challenge. And they didn't have movie night this time around, which was very disappointing.
Not having movie night is honestly kind of like blasphemous.
I know, that's one of the best parts.
Iconic. Like, everyone talks about like Casa More and movie night. So it's crazy they didn't do it. I feel like I need to know why. We need the tea. Apparently, Stand on Business was supposed to be like movie night, which just very disappointing. Sure. Very disappointing if that was their attempt.
What did you think of Clarke and Taylor getting dumped from the island and being America's least favorite couple?
I wasn't shocked because of how Taylor moved in the villa with Nicolandria. Yeah. He and Clarke had been in the bottom of votes. Like, when they did that Maybelline Burst Your Bubble challenge, they were in the bottom for everyone.
That challenge was savage, yeah.
That challenge was savage. So because of that, I was like, okay, yeah, America's not really like moving with them, even though they had a strong connection. And the episode this all happened, savage. Taylor and the boys play basketball. He's a great time.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, boys, I'm just like so excited to make things official with Clarke and make things exclusive. You can tell he actually really likes her.
I know.
Just how he talks, it's really sweet.
But it further shows how he did Nicolandria dirty, because he was acting with Nicolandria like, oh yeah, I'm not really touchy-feely. I'm a slow burn. No, you're not. You just don't like her.
I know.
He just don't like
he
her.
moved very shady with her.
So bad. Just so he could stay in the villa, you know? Yeah. And so the fact that he's so happy and is cheersing the boys and the girls and like, I love you all. This has been such an amazing experience. Then he does this whole elaborate cheer number to become exclusive with Clarke.
Hilarious.
And then for them to be dumped felt a bit like karma.
I know. It was all in the same day.
All in the same day. The producers are savage for that.
Yeah.
It also was giving, like, you know, on like certain shows like Top Chef, like someone's shown a lot in an episode and they hadn't been shown at all. It's like, is this the goodbye edit? Like, it was low key giving like the goodbye edit. I'm like, we have never seen this much of Taylor and Clarke.
I feel like I just started to like them as a couple, right? In the last couple episodes. And I was thinking, oh, wow, they seem really cute together and they actually really like each other. Even though, I mean, they're both very chill, low-key people. Like, neither of their personalities particularly pop for me, but I think they seem very compatible. So I was sad to see them go because, right, Black love, they actually seem like a good couple. But obviously, you know, I'm not the biggest Taylor fan, but they actually seemed like a good couple. Something else I liked about the Maybelline Burst Your Bubble challenge was how Ace was at the bottom for most of the votes. And he was like, the top. And he was like, oh yeah, boys, I'm definitely number one. I'm definitely number one. And then he was last for everyone.
Happiness is insane.
I love that so much.
I had a friend tell me that turned her off even more from Ace and Chelley because they both really thought they'd be at the top for everything, and then
like, y'all are delusional.
Literally at the bottom.
Yeah, that was so funny. That was one of my favorite moments of the season. Just seeing Ace's ego jacked,
brought down a peg every second.
Yeah. And I mean, I will say, I feel like the last week of Love Island has been very shocking dumpings. Like, I don't think we were expecting, especially Chelley and Ace, Charrisse. And it's so funny, Shelby, the day before they got dumped, you were like, wow, I'm really feeling Charrisse. Go Charrisse.
I literally posted a video on TikTok about how this was the episode right before was like a Charrisse and Nicolandria episode. Yeah. And I was like, wow, my top two.
I know.
They're winning me over. They seem to actually have a connection. Like, I was like, wow, I love how the besties are together. Like, I literally posted that. Next day, they were dumped. Tragic.
That was so funny. Yeah, that was quite shocking. The thing is that it's no secret I do not like Alan, aka Ace. Please, I do not like him.
Not his government name.
I keep on telling people that. I'm like, you guys know his real name is Alan? And they're like, what are you talking about? Like, his real name is Alan. It's not Ace. And they're like, really why does he? And they were like, wait, why does he have Ace on the back of his bag? That's not his real name.
Too much.
And I didn't peep this in the episode, I guess, but people were like, during the baby challenge, he was like, yeah, I want all my kids to spell out Ace. So the first name needs to be like A. The second kid's name needs to start with C. And the third kid's name starts with... I was like...
Oh, is that why they did Chase? And what was the other twin's name?
I don't remember, but yes, basically. And I was like, wait, I missed that completely in the episode. But people were like, yeah. He was like, yeah, my babies need to spell out Ace, and they need to have Ace in their name. Like, all this stuff. And I was like...
Apollo.
Right. This is what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, an acrostic...
Apollo and Chase. I'm screaming.
So yeah. So Ace is clearly obsessed with himself. And did you see the clip of once Chelley and Ace got dumped, the interviewer was like, Ace, how tall are you? How tall are you? And he was like, I'm 5'10". I'm 5'10". Chelley's 5'7". And I'm like, girl, we don't believe you.
I might believe him now. So the only reason is because all the men are huge. Like,
yes,
you know,
all
how
of them
Chris
are like
is like,
6'3".
I'm 6'8".
Yeah.
This finale, I'm like, Pepe and Brian and Nick are like barely shorter than him. So I'm like, how tall are these men? Like, I think they all are so big. So it just makes Ace look so much smaller.
But that picture of him and Jennifer Hudson. And I don't know if I said this to you, but there's this whole Instagram post. Oh, I'll have to find it and post it on Sisters Who Watch Instagram. But it's this guy who's like dissecting like several angles of Ace on Love Island and on his Instagram. They're like, according to my calculations, Ace is 5'7" 3/4. was really funny. So I don't believe it. I think maybe he's 5'9". Maybe he's 5'9". So
funny.
jury's still out. I don't believe Ace is 5'10".
Ugh. I do feel like the Charrisse dumping coming right after Taylor and Clarke felt anti-black. I'm not gonna lie. I started to be like, not two black couples being dumped in a row that actually like each other when we have these random new couples like Pepe and Iris and Huda and Chris and technically Nicolandria. I was like, like it was a little concerning. And maybe the black vote was being split because, to be fair, like I was voting for Nicolandria, but I was just like, interesting.
Yeah, I think it definitely plays a part into it. Yeah, I think that, right, we didn't vote for Clarke and Taylor or Charrisse.
That's what I'm saying. I think
so. I think that out of all, right, the couples of color, they were the least interesting, right? Whereas I do think, were Chelley and Ace and Clarke and Taylor better couples than Iris and Pepe and Huda and Chris? Yes, I do think that. But Iris and Pepe and Huda and Chris, even though they're very mediocre couples, people love them, right? And I think that does have to do with, right, them not being black. You know, that's a part of it. Absolutely.
I know. It's like it's sad, but it's the reality. Like, I think Pepe and Iris and Huda and Chris were both getting favoritism because of that, for sure.
Yeah.
It's like Huda was like the Leah of the season, you know?
Absolutely.
Crazy.
Huda is Leah. Yeah.
What else that like shocked me about the Charrisse dumping was that it happened after, again, they had like the goodbye edit. But it didn't feel, it kind of felt like it could be a goodbye. So I like tweeted about that from our account. I was like, is this ominous? Are they going to get sent home, you know?
Yeah.
But
and they had the hideaway too.
The hideaway. Yeah. They had a great family date. Like all like the family day, the hideaway, all these things, the s'mores, like they had such a good week. And so for all of a sudden this to happen, I was like, brutal for them. They just closed it off. The closed off curse, Laura. Can we talk about it? Nick and Sierra close it off. Sierra
is exiled.
Taylor and Clarke close it off.
Dumped immediately.
Dumped. Ace and Chelley close it off. Dumped. Go back even to Huda and Jeremiah. They kind of close it off, and then America pulls Jeremiah to be with Iris, and that's going to be the end for Jeremiah.
Did anything stand out for you from Family Day?
That we didn't get enough Nicolandria time. I think the producers were anti-Nicolandria. Like, I genuinely, because I think we forget that they film hours and hours. They have so much footage. They're kind of putting out what they want to put out, right?
Of course.
And I think they know Amaya Papaya is a fan fave. They know Huda has a lot of followers. Like, it felt like they were trying to give them more time and better edits because Nick and Alandria's families weren't seen like speaking around the fire pit, but there were photos that it happened, and it was like, why didn't we get that?
Interesting.
Little suspect. Like, why are you cutting their kisses short? Like, just all these things. And then in the finale, you show them kiss for like 30 seconds in a row, of course, because it's too late to vote. But it just felt like a little like, a little sneaky.
Yeah, I do agree. The producers clearly wanted certain narratives and wanted some people to look better. Yes. And it's coming out specifically from Andrina. I think she's being very vocal on social media. And she's talking about how a lot, like the producers and editors are clearly trying to protect Huda. That is what she has been saying, that she's had much longer tantrums and they have cut that out. And that, you know, it was after the heart rate challenge where Andrina goes to Chelley, Alandria, and's like, oh yeah, Huda said this. And a lot of people online were like, Andrina manipulated what Huda said, all this stuff. And then Andrina was like, actually, we had a 20-minute conversation that was cut significantly. And Huda did say those things, but that was cut out. So I do think that I think they painted Huda really badly, maybe in the first third of the season. And I think they did want this redemption arc for her. So I think they protected her and made her look a lot better than she actually was. That is my theory.
And then everyone's talking about her growth. I'm like, we're so proud of her growth. Like, we're voting for growth. I'm like, is it Growth Island? The amount of times I've heard about Huda's growth, I'm like, please, it's too much. especially when it kind of villainizes
the black
girls. Like, which I also think is another reason why Chelley and Ace didn't make it. I think their brands or just their vibes in the villa took a hit post the Heart Rate Challenge.
Yeah, I agree. And also from the Heart Rate Challenge, they cut out a big part of why Chelley was mad at Huda, right? They didn't show Huda, sitting on Ace's face. They didn't show that. And that seemed to be the real reason why Chelley was mad. So, like I was thinking, oh, it seems like Shelley's overreacting because what they showed us, what they showed us wasn't extreme, but clearly they cut stuff out, right? So it's producers are protecting Huda. They're clearly protecting Huda, and it's strange. It is really strange. Something that did stand out about Family Day for me, I was clocking this the whole time. Chris does not like Huda. Chris does not like her. This woman, he wants nothing to do with this woman. And you kind of saw this on Family Day. He was like, oh yeah, I'm really nervous. I just feel like my mom and my sister are not going to like Huda. Like he was kind of freaking out.
He was crashing out.
Right. And then when his mom and sister were there, they're like, we love Huda. She's fantastic. We think she's great, which was very suspicious.
First of all, that's a lie. I think they were scared of Huda HQ. And we're like, we're going to be PC here.
Yes, because we want Chris to win.
Yeah, we want Chris to win. We want him to get that money. One of my friends was like, yeah, because they know he needs it.
Oh, I know. When Chris was like, yeah, like I just don't know if,
I don't have a place to live. I don't have a job. I don't know where I'm living. So he needs the money. They wanted Chris to get the money because there's no way any mother or sister is going to be happy with how Huda is treating their brother or son. Get out of here.
Yeah, yes, I thought that was very strange. And we're like, we love her so much. We love how great of a mom she is. I just thought that was like very strange. Yes, so I agree. And I think he wanted them to be like, we don't like her.
Yes.
She's too much. She's unstable. Get away from her. And when they didn't say that, I think he wanted an out. He wanted an out. And they didn't give it to him. They didn't. So I thought that was really interesting.
Girl, when Chelley and Ace are dumped and you see Chris's face because he was mad it wasn't them.
Chris wanted to leave so bad. Chris did not want to be there.
The parents, I was like, you guys are stunning. Alandria's mom.
I know. Alandria's mom was
I was like, okay, body, yada, yada. We see where it comes from. Nick's mom and sister just being stallions. And apparently his mom was like a Vogue model in the 90s. I was like, who are these parents?
Pepe's parents look rich.
Oh my gosh. I was like, there's no way your son's Pepe. Because Pepe does not look like those are his parents. That's for sure.
No. Yeah. In his dad, remember in Iris and Pepe's last date, she was like, oh yeah, you have a boat with your dad. And I was like, okay, Pepe is rich. Did you miss that? Yeah.
No, I missed it. Because I'm at this watch party. It's very loud. But then Iris is like, oh yeah, and Pepe, drove the boat because he, has a boat. I was like, what? Like, I didn't even. And
Pepe
then I didn't
is
think,
bougie.
was he driving the boat on their date? I missed that.
I think he was steering, the big wheel.
Wow.
But yeah, Pepe's parents, after seeing them, I was like, oh, they look like they are rich. And then the boat comment, I was like, yeah. How did you feel about our final four couples going into the finale?
It's obvious. I'm a Nicolandria fan. I wanted them to win, but I would have been happy with Amaya Papaya winning as well. So for me, I was like, as long as it's not Huda, I'm great. No, as long as it's not Huda and Pepe and I. Like, it couldn't have been those two. It could only have been Nick and Alandria or Amaya and Brian. Like, that was it. Like, if any other couple won, I would have rioted.
Yeah, I'm 1,000% with you. I'm not a hood rat. I'm so sorry to break the news. And I made a TikTok about this. Yeah, we were very active on our TikTok with Love Island, so make sure you're following us if you want all of our thoughts. That changed basically every 12 hours. With each episode, just new thoughts and changes. But yeah, I think Iris and Pepe really confused me because I feel like we know nothing about them. They gave us absolutely nothing. Go On Girl give us absolutely nothing every single episode. And when I was watching the finale with a friend, their conversations were just like, oh yeah, like you're so cute. I'm just so excited to be in LA.
Physically attracted to each other.
That's it. All they do is just lie on top of each other and like cuddle and rub on each other. It's like the relationship just they don't talk. The producers didn't show us anything. I was so confused why people like them. And the week before the finale, I saw a bunch of people and I was asking, yeah, like, how are you feeling about Love Island? Right? Everyone's talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, yeah, I just love Pepe and Iris. And I was like, can you explain to me why? Because I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, yeah, Pepe's just like so chill. Like, he just seems like a good dude. Okay. Like, I still, and they're like, yeah, Iris just seems like so chill and fun. And so in my head, I'm just like, okay, they're the basic white couple that
they got
is
the white vote.
Right. They have the white vote and they're unproblematic. They're just there looking pretty.
Yep.
And that's it. And people like that, I guess.
100%. They were the drama-free choice.
Yes.
And to be fair, I do think Pepe on his own has a lot of fans.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
He was voted a lot, right, in the Maybelline challenge, like the top guy, boyfriend material and stuff. So I feel like this season, instead of voting for couples, people started voting for islanders. So like, no matter who's with Huda, I'm voting for Huda. No matter who's with Pepe, I'm voting for Pepe. No matter who's with Amaya, I'm voting for Amaya. Like when Amaya and Zach were voted like top couple for a vacation, it's like, Zach, it's not because of you, it's because of Amaya. So I think it kind of became like favorite islanders this season versus couples. Yeah. So I think there were people, like to your point, that really liked Iris, really liked Pepe. So I think that helped them versus them actually being a couple that you were rooting for. Because there wasn't much to root for. No. And as much as I like Pepe and he was like emotionally mature and nice, I'm like, something is up. How is he able to get all these girls to be brokenhearted and then forget about their men in like less than 24 hours? It's like he's almost too good, too suave, you know?
Yeah, he gives too smooth, absolutely.
Like too smooth, ladies man. Like honestly, I'm like, that's more dangerous. Like I think Pepe's dangerous.
No. And as I've been saying, the whole second half of the season, Chris does not like Huda, and that was prevalent before the Chelley dumping, and especially after that dumping.
Nightmare.
Oh my goodness. What did you think of the final dates? We have to talk about Huda and Chris. I feel like the other dates were just kind of whatever. What? Nothing too much happened. I feel like the Nicolandria one was cute. They read the messages in the bottle.
Stunning.
That was cute. They had a good date.
Great. Like they were on a private island.
Yeah.
They got confirmation from family and fans. Like,
yeah, that was nice. They had the best date.
I think that was the best date. Because even though they usually want the best couple for the last date, Brian and Maya's date was nice, but I'm like, if I had to pick, I would have wanted a boat to a private island, read those letters, you know? Like, it felt like Nicolandria had the best date. Yeah,
absolutely. Okay, so Huda and Chris, very dramatic. So they get into a fight over...
Well, they never really resolved the kissing in public, like not kissing in public, but having sex in the bed. You know, like
what did you think about that whole situation in general? Are you team Chris or Huda in that situation?
I initially didn't really get it. I was like, why does Chris care? But then someone was like, imagine if it was gender flipped and you're a girl and you are like sleeping with this guy all the time, but he like doesn't want to hold your hand in public and he doesn't want to kiss you in public. You'd like feel some type of way. And I was like,
I totally get how he's feeling. Yeah,
so I think
I feel some type of way.
I initially was like, why does he care? And then I was like, oh yeah, it's like you're trying to hide me. I'm just your like sex buddy, you know? It's like, what is that? Like I can understand why he felt some type of way after I reflected about it some more. I was like, oh. And I do think Huda trying to be like, oh, it's because of the Jeremiah thing. I'm like, stop making excuses. You clearly don't like this man enough. That's genuinely what I think it was. I don't think you like Chris enough.
No, she clearly didn't.
You are maybe a little scarred from moving in the villa before, but I don't know. You are always shaking your butt down a pole or like dancing on Ace in front of people. So you're like, you're out there enough, you know? So that was never resolved, even though Brian and Amaya did a little hijinks to get them to talk on the deck. And so but they still never fully resolved that. So I think because of that, when Chris is being like trying to go to sleep at night and is poked by Huda, and she's like 3, 2, 1.
That
if
was
you don't wake up or turn around, I'm not talking tomorrow. Like, while it's literally bedtime, like, I think that just like exacerbated the issues they were already having. And so I think Chris was like, okay, this is too much. And then she was annoyed. Oh, and the fact that, remember, at the dinner table before the Chelley dumping, he was like, my two favorite moments are playing basketball with the boys and seeing my family today. And he was like,
the
is there
look
anything
on her
else?
face.
No, there isn't anything else. That was crazy. For him to be like, is there anything else? Any other peak of my time in here? And say, no, there isn't, when he sees Huda across from him.
Her face
Ooh.
cracked.
And so, final day, they wake up. Chris is talking to Brian. Huda's talking to Amaya about like how bad things are. And then they get to the date, and it just gets worse.
Oh my goodness.
Honestly, one of the most iconic dates in reality TV I've seen.
I was shook. I didn't know what I was expecting. Okay. So I really thought, okay, these two, they're gonna fake it. It's a finale.
Yes.
And then they'll just break up in the real world. You know, whatever.
That's what a lot of people do. Like,
yeah,
just pretend.
right. That's what all these couples do. They'll just pretend, ha ha ha, tee hee hee, and then break up in a couple weeks. But no, I was shocked that they actually were like, we're not, this is not for us. And Chris was saying that, hey, like, I'm open to working this out in the real world. You know, I do like you, but it's okay if you're not open to continuing. Then Huda says, I think we should just be friends.
Huda, and this is why some people like her, because I had a friend that was like, I'm not a Huda apologist, but I like her growth or her honesty. And I was like, I think Huda was like, I'm just going to be honest with this guy. Like, I'm miserable, even though she's led to some of the misery. Like, I think she's miserable. She's trying. It's not working. Like, I'm just going to call it. I was surprised, but it also felt like Chris was kind of goading her to do it. He's like, I know, I can tell what you want to do. I can tell what you want to do. Because Chris didn't want to be the bad guy, even though it was so obvious for days he didn't like her.
Yeah, I think he probably didn't want to set her off.
No.
Yeah, right? Because he knew that she's a very sensitive person. I think it's a combination. He didn't want to look bad on TV, and he also didn't want
100%.
to set her off and make her upset. So he was like, it's easier if I just let her come to that decision. Or we fake it on the outside and then we just end things, you know? When he walked away, because this was so jarring. He walks away and then he comes back. What? So he walks away and she like takes a napkin and she's like, you remember that? And she puts them to her lashes. I thought that was so funny. Her lashes are so big and they like are so winged on the side. I'm just like,
and she's like this, and he's like,
your hand is on the table.
Like, you're clearly not focused. She's like, no, I'm listening. Like, it was like they are awful with each other. And then, of course, in the middle of it, someone comes to sing Moon River. I was like, the producers are crazy.
And then you see like Huda turn. Oh, that was so
She's
funny.
Like, ooh, entertainment, my dream date.
Cool, and he knows that. And the best part is that, so Chris comes back, and Huda's like, oh,
he's like, you ready?
Are you gonna carry me? Are you gonna carry me out like you did? You carried me in? Because their date was in water, right? The table was elevated in water. And he was like, I'm not gonna carry you.
My watch party, I was at Reality Bar, everyone cheered. It was not a friendly crowd, that's for sure.
Oh god.
Everyone cheered. It was like, yeah, Chris, you tell her, you stand up. It was crazy.
That was so, I'm not gonna carry you.
My mouth was just wide. I couldn't believe it.
I screamed. And then I was screaming this whole time, and you see Huda sadly take off her heels and then walk through the water. Oh gosh. And struggle to get in because she's like 5 feet tall. Oh my gosh. That was so funny.
It was like the most...
That was so funny. I'm not going to carry
embarrassing, uncomfortable date I've seen on like TV. It was so bad.
Honestly, I was thinking about it. This is karma for Huda. This is karma for Huda. I was thinking of this the whole finale because she was acting wild this whole season, right? She had very bad behavior.
Really bad
And the whole
behavior. Wow.
Jeremiah Huda situation, I was team neither. Like, some people are like, she was horrible to Jeremiah. Jeremiah deserves better. I don't feel that way. I think they were both equally pretty horrible to each other.
Mhm.
But I think her bad behavior is exacerbated more by Chris, who was not engaging with her antics.
So he's pretty emotionally mature. Yeah.
Whereas Jeremiah was engaging with Huda's antics. So I think she looks worse now because she's reacting so poorly to a man who is reacting so normally.
So bad.
And now she's in the finale with a man who clearly doesn't like her, and she's in a friendship couple, and she embarrassingly walks in water alone. This is karma. This is karma Huda. I'm like, this was an embarrassing finale for her. This was an embarrassing finale.
Yet she has crossed 3 million followers on Instagram. So I don't know. I don't get it. She still has fans nonetheless.
The hood rats.
What was crazy though was that they still had to compete and be on this rest of the episode. Like, I was like, should the producers have disqualified them? I was like, the fact that they still had to give their love speeches and stand up there and think that they could possibly win. I was like, this is insane.
I kept on thinking, what if Huda wins? Because she does have a lot of fans. So I didn't know who was gonna win because Iris and Pepe have a lot of fans. Huda has so many fans. Obviously, Nicolandria. I think I coming in, I was like, anyone could win this. I really was thinking that.
I was nervous.
Yeah, I really thought it was a toss up. So I kept on thinking, oh my gosh, Huda can still win. Because the worst of Chris and Huda wasn't shown before the finale vote. So I really thought they could win. Did any of the speeches stand out to you?
Shocker, I'm going to say Nicolandria.
Of course.
Of course. I mean, I will say, going back to Chris and Huda for a second, I was impressed that they both gave very mature, thoughtful speeches, even though they had ended the relationship.
Very cute.
I thought they gave good speeches.
Yeah.
The only speeches I really didn't like were Pepe and Iris. Could not tell you what they said.
They say nothing to each other. I was especially paying attention in the finale because I'm like, we haven't seen anything from them. Is it just me? Like, what is missing? And then I realized, no, they just don't talk about anything. They're just like, yeah, you're so cute and fun. Can't wait to hang out in LA.
Literally said nothing. So I honestly lived for all the other speeches. I thought Nick and Alandria's were great. Shocker. Yeah. Nick's been so good with his words this whole time. I know. Especially with her. He knows what to say. Yeah. And is very thoughtful. So
I will say one thing about Nick's speech that turned me off ever so slightly. He was like, yeah, Alandria, you've been a rock for me in this villa. And I hope to always have you in my life, whether that's a best friend, a lover, or a partner. And when he said that made me think, I don't know if Nick actually really likes Alandria that much. That's when it clicked for me. I was like, why would he say, I'm so excited to have you in my life, whether it's as a best friend or a lover? I thought that was so strange. And then that made me think, I don't know if he actually wants to be in a relationship with her. That really stuck out to me.
I've seen a lot of discourse on this online. Yeah. And have had to look at TikToks and stuff. And I think Nick said that because he doesn't want to love bomb Alandria and he knows that she's a slow burn. I don't think he wanted.
Okay, Nicolandria hive.
I know, I'm a Nicolandria defender.
And the Huda apologist right here.
I'm a Nicolandria apologist. Maybe I'm delusional. Because I genuinely think he wants something beyond this. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do. And I don't think he wanted to put it on too thick because I think he wanted to just be I know where Alandria's at and I just want to be open that this can be wherever it goes. So that was my perspective.
Interesting.
When I heard it, it was a little surprising, but I also think it's better for me to hear someone say that and be a bit more realistic and not love bomb and be can't wait to be your lover forever. Let's. Yeah. That's not what this is.
Okay. So Ariana Madix comes out. I didn't love this outfit, I must say.
Or her hair.
The white, the hair. It was giving mermaid. I didn't love it.
She's looked better.
Yeah, I agree. And she announces that Iris and Pepe come in fourth. When she announced Iris and Pepe coming in fourth, that's when I was like, okay, I think we're gonna be okay. I felt very relieved by that because I was concerned. I really was. After that, I had a major sigh of relief. I was like, okay, we're okay. Hopefully,
100%.
America has some sense. America has some sense. How did you feel with Iris and Pepe coming in fourth, Huda and Chris coming in third?
Like you, I had a sigh of relief, but particularly when they announced Huda and Chris third. Like,
Oh yeah,
that's when
absolutely.
I was like, okay,
We can
we're
breathe.
okay. No
We
matter
can
what happens,
breathe.
I'm okay. So I really didn't breathe it
Yeah.
until they announced that, because I didn't think Iris and Pepe would win, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was like, I think they're maybe have more fans than Ace and Chelley, but I did not think they would have more fans than the other three. So
Yeah.
I was like, okay, they probably were in fourth in the last round when it was Ace and
Yeah.
Chelley. So like
Yeah.
that didn't shock me. But because of Huda and all her fans, I was nervous. So the second
Yeah.
it happened, I was like, okay, I can breathe. And I
Yeah.
even like posted something earlier on our TikTok about how Nicolandria Hive, like, no matter what we win, because we got fed and we got what we wanted. And as someone who like joined the bandwagon late, like once they were dumped from Casa and had the Soul Ties kiss, I joined the Hive. And I do think the fact that it went from like not even a chance for them to be coupled up to like having kisses upside challenges to being a couple to making to the finale, like
Yeah. It's
that
wild.
feels like a win, you know?
Oh,
So
absolutely.
I was like, no matter what happens, I'm gonna be happy for them. So the
For
fact that
sure.
Amaya ended up winning, great. As long as it wasn't
Yeah.
Huda, happy.
Yes. I was going back and forth about who I want to vote for. And I did
Who did
end
you
up
vote for?
I picked Nick and Alandria because I think in the past, like the last
Yay!
3 episodes, they really popped. Like they really, really popped. And I think that
They have.
I love Amaya as a person. Like I think she's so fantastic. She's so fun, endearing, just very genuine and authentic.
Yes.
Like I don't know if I've seen a more authentic person on a show. She's just
Honestly.
always herself. So kooky and quirky. She's amazing. I really do love Amaya. And but I think her and Brian, I think Brian's fine. Like Brian's just kind of a man to me. He's just there. I like
People
how he
were
stood up
voting
for
for
her.
Amaya. That's
Right.
honestly what it was.
Like Brian's just there. Seems like a nice man. They're both like, Dominican, which is great. But besides that, like I didn't really them as a couple I don't necessarily buy or admire, especially. Whereas I do think Nick and Alandra do have a really great dynamic, and it's fun and it's quirky, and right, it was based off of a friendship. So I thought their relationship spoke to me more
True love
than
story.
Amaya and Brian's relationship.
100%. And that's why I think Nicolandria Hive, people were starting to be like, oh, they're not delusional. Because
Yeah.
when you see the breadcrumbs and you realize, oh, Nick's been like into Alandria from the beginning, but just never like acted on it,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, oh, like this has been building.
Yeah.
And if this is Love Island, shouldn't we be voting for the couple that seems the most in love? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I would think. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I voted Nicolandria. I wanted them to win, but just honestly, being in second, I thought was a highlight. But I do
Yeah.
think why a lot of women resonated with Nicolandria, and even some guys. I feel like there were a lot of people that were supporting them. I think the fact that it was a friendship, like a friends to lovers trope, but there was like yearning and there was like a slow burn. Like that's classic Shondaland, classic like romance novel. Like it felt like we're watching a real life rom com. So I feel like
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people resonated because it felt very cinematic. It was like, this is really happening? Like, and they kept being like, kept coming back to each other, like always picking her in challenges. It felt like a sign. It felt very destined.
Yeah. I totally get that. So, Amaya and Brian are America's favorite couple, and they split the $100,000. And honestly, I'm really happy for Amaya. Not really
First,
Brian. I mean, Brian's fine. Brian is fine, but I think Amaya
he had a good
definitely deserves
speech.
it.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
my only thing is, let's hope he doesn't switch up. You know,
I know.
like a few times people were like, well, he and Chris keep talking about like Casa Boys for the win, Casa Boys, part of us for making it. It's like,
I know.
okay, I hope you guys were doing this because of your connections, not because you're Casa Boys trying to make it to the end. You know.
I know.
So we just gotta
Yeah,
hope he's genuine.
I know.
And honestly, I do think the fact that they're the first Latino couple to win Love Island given what's going on in our country, that's like a big deal too.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. I think it is cool how, right? Not just Latino, but Dominican.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how they identify, but Black question mark?
I heard someone say like, "Oh my gosh, a Black couple." I was like, "Have they said that?" You know how it is in the
Unclear.
Latino community. Colorism a thing. Just watch In the Heights. So
Yes. So Black question mark. I mean, when I look at Amaya, I think Black, but we don't know. We don't know.
let's not
But
assume.
anyways, a couple of color regardless. And it's just I do think it's a win. And Amaya just seems like such a lovely, genuine person. So I'm just really happy that she won, especially after the men kept on dragging her and dogging her
Oof,
all season long. So this goes out to you, Ace and Austin. Have fun watching at home.
I can't. It's crazy though because even like when Nick was like, "Amaya deserves this," her arc, like everyone like couldn't be honest and realize that Amaya had such a crazy time here.
She did.
Like
She did.
she deserved the win. And not that that's what's
Absolutely.
tough because it's like it's not about who deserves it, but I do think this was a weird season. And
Yeah.
so if it was not about the best couple, if it's about a person who deserved to win, I think Amaya deserved to win.
Yeah, absolutely. And she was the heart of the season. All the quotes, besides Mama Mamacita, um,
So funny.
Amaya has the most iconic quotes. So she carried the season. Everyone loves her. So
I
love it.
know. Happy for her.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
will
Shelby.
say,
Sorry, go ahead.
I will say, after they won and they were running around, did you hear about how almost all the girls almost drowned in the pool when they jumped in?
No, I didn't.
First of all, why is that a thing? It's like, oh, let's jump in the pool when we win Love Island
It's
and we're in
weird.
gowns, like these
It's
heavy, tight
weird.
gowns. You can barely move your body, your makeup and hair get
Yeah, no,
wet. Like,
thank you.
and Nick had to come help save Alandria, and then Landria like is on Twitter and was saying like, "Thank you, I appreciate y'all for supporting me," because she has her phone back. And a fan asked, "Is it true, girl, that you almost drowned?" She was like, "Yeah." Like, and then that's why there's this shot of like Huda holding on to Nick and Alandria while they're kissing, but it's because Huda
Oh,
also almost drowned, and
oh,
apparently
I did
Maya, like they
notice
all
that.
like needed help.
That's really funny. Glad they're okay. Yeah. Because I did notice that. I was like, why is Huda like grabbing Nick? That's weird. That's really funny.
I think it was she almost drowned and needed like someone to help her, but also
Yeah.
she needed to stay away from Chris. She wasn't gonna hold on to Chris. Like people were like,
Chris
Chris is on the
wants
other
nothing
side
to
of the
do with that
pool.
woman. Chris wants nothing to do with that woman.
Oh my
LOL.
gosh, Laura, so funny.
That's hilarious. Okay, Shelby. Is Love Island USA season 7 a wait or a watch?
Well, in our last episode, I said watch, and I have switched to wait. And you're probably like, Shelby, that's crazy. You just said this last week was so good. It was, but at the watch party I went to at Reality Bar, Palm and Pine, I met a girl who was like, "Yeah, I haven't watched this season. I've just been like keeping up on TikTok." And I was like, this season in particular, social media was on it. And
Yeah.
whether it was the Mamacita clip or Nicolandria or the Huda Dream Date or all of Amaya's lines, it was like, you honestly could have just been on TikTok, Instagram, Threads,
Yeah.
X, and gotten what you need to get.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And because this season, even though I feel good about it right like now, I reflect all the drama with Islanders being kicked off for racist comments, like all the shocking dumpings because of like gameplay or strategy, like Jeremiah and Hannah being dumped, like all that stuff. The fact that we didn't
Please.
get fun dates, hideaway games until the last week, it felt like production was playing with us. And because last season was so magical and good, I can't, the fact that that was a watch, like this is not a watch. You can't even
No.
compare the two, you know?
No.
So I do think it's a wait, but watch on social media and just like be in the know or even go to watch parties. Like now that I've been to a watch party in LA, I'm like, oh, I see why they've been blowing up. Like it's so fun. Like I think
Yeah.
just being able to talk to people about it on social media and like it's like the non-watching component that I think makes this season almost a watch. So I would
Yeah.
do that. Don't watch every episode. 36, you don't need to. Follow on social media.
No. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't remember what I said last time. I think
More
I said
weight.
wait. Yeah,
Yeah.
because Yeah, I think this season has felt very exhausting. I think the ending,
draining.
The finale was great. I would say, yeah, go to a finale watch party or watch a finale with friends. The finale was very entertaining. Because I was saying to a friend, I was like, oh yeah, finale's 2 hours. Usually I just like skip through a bunch of it. It's usually a lot of filler. No filler. Absolutely no filler this episode. I was very shocked.
Honestly, like couldn't skip because I was at a watch party, so I couldn't. But when they were like, the talking in between the dates, like when Nick and Alandra went on their date, I was like, I have to hear about Chris and Huda talking. And then you realize, like, they're about to like
it's
break
important.
up. Before, like, it's important. So, like, it actually, to your point, it was all watchable, shockingly.
Yeah. So I agree. I think it's still a wait. I think that Amaya winning makes it better.
Yes.
But I don't think it saves the season.
No.
So
if Nicolandria
yeah, I'm a wait.
won.
Yes, if Nicolandria won, then maybe. But yeah, I think that this season is not worth the hours of television you need to watch. No. Absolutely. Last season 7, absolutely. But this season, no.
Yeah, no. Season 6, watch. Season 7 to wait. Breaks my heart, but it is what it is.
I know. I think I might have to. I have friends who are big Love Island fans, and they're like, yeah, I abandoned USA and I'm watching UK instead. And yeah, honestly, depending on next season, I might not watch and just see what people are saying. And then maybe pop in if I need to, or maybe watch the first 2 episodes and then abandon if needed. Because yeah, it's
taken over the summer. Like, it was a lot of time and energy. I've fallen behind on shows. Like, it's been hard to like do anything other than watch Love Island USA.
Yeah, watch UK instead. This season of UK,
I'm now going to start watching. I need
to get
I need to get in.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a lot better than
And
USA.
Apparently they just had movie night, so they actually are hitting all the beats.
Okay, I gotta. I'm not up to. I haven't seen that episode yet. They just finished Casa Amor.
Oh my gosh!
For me, yeah, it's very, very good. Okay, y'all. Well, onto our what to watch segment, Shelby.
Yes, I know you guys are itching for more Love Island USA. So,
not me.
There are a lot of things, actually. Love Island just is finding a way to be a part of our lives. So, yes. So, same day as the finale, there was the premiere of Beyond the Villa, where our season 6 stars are getting kind of like a Real Housewives-esque lifestyle show, following them around LA for summer.
Of course. And
they played it at the watch party I was at, but it was hard to focus, so I'm going to have to rewatch. And episodes drop every Thursday. So I will be watching. Especially because it's set in LA, and some little nuggets I saw right away. Like, they filmed the scene at like Grandmaster Recorders, which is like a rooftop bar that I've been to in LA. They have Janae and Kenny staying at the AKA West Hollywood, my corporate housing, when I worked at Netflix. I was like,
Shelby lived with Matt James at that.
Literally that Dancing with the Stars cast. And so that's why I peeped it right away. I was like, oh, that's that temporary housing for celebrities or like influencers, AKA West Hollywood. So I'm like, oh, it's kind of fun to see things that you know about LA. See them, driving through WeHo and like it's your stomping grounds. So I think I'll watch for that. And then the Love Island USA Season 7 reunion is coming. Yes.
August 25th.
Coming August 25th. Feel like this is going to be a messy one, Laura. Any predictions?
Oh, yeah. It'll be interesting to see who's still together and all of that, because, last season's reunion was also quite messy. Any predictions? I think that I don't know if Chelley and Ace will be together. Ooh. I don't know. I don't think Iris and Pepe will be together. I don't think so. I think I'm not sure about Nick and Nicolandria. I'm hopeful. But Chelley and Ace, I don't think so. Iris and Pepe, I don't think so.
If y'all can't fake it for 6 more weeks.
I know.
I posted something on our story, like, it was like a photo of Nick and Nicolandria kissing on the top of the private island, and it was like, if they're actors, give them their SAG card. I don't care.
Yes, like, I saw that.
That's kind of how I feel. I'm like, okay, if they have really faked this that everyone believes, like, fine. Because they're doing great at acting.
Yeah. Like, I think Amaya and Brian will still be together. I think that I think Huda's gonna be under a lot of fire. I'm curious if they'll have Sierra back.
And Yulissa.
Yeah. I mean, Yulissa, she's irrelevant. But it will be interesting if they actually do bring Sierra back. So I'm intrigued by that.
I'm interested to see how Nick handles seeing like Bella or Beldasha and Sierra again, if they are there. Like, what's that dynamic gonna be?
I know.
He had like other connections now with Nicolandria, and then Nicolandria seeing Taylor and Clarke. Like, it's just like I'm very curious how that all will be navigated. And then the fact that some Islanders have been very active on podcasts and social media, like Jeremiah, it's like, and apparently Nick has unfollowed a lot of the cast members that I think his family had followed when he was on in the villa. So it's like,
interesting.
It's like, I'm curious to see how it's going to go, especially because, this happened like last year with like PPG. They got a lot of followers. They were really kind of like the big ones, and they brought kind of an intense energy to the reunion. I'm curious if now like Huda, Chelley, like all the people who have become the stars, how they're going to approach it.
Yeah, I agree. And one more thing that I'll add is that the producers for next season, I'm watching the producers because the producers need to do better, right?
100%.
We saw a clip of Chelley saying, "Oh yeah, me and Amaya followed each other on Instagram before the show. I knew her. Ace and I followed each other. We met at like an influencer event. Nick and Jeremiah knew each other.
They worked together as models."
Right. Why are the producers getting all these people who follow each other on Instagram already, putting them on the same cast? It just feels so bizarre. Like we talked about in our last episode in review. There are plenty of hot people in this country who are not Trump supporters and problematic and have said racist remarks. And I promise, and I bet there are so many hot people who don't follow Chelley on Instagram that you can also put on this season. Isn't that so weird? Like, producers, please do better.
Very weird.
Because we're sick of people who know each other, all these influencers. Just get normal hot people. There are so many normal hot people.
And it brings a little more context. Like, knowing that Chelley knew Amaya and Andrina before, are we shocked that she took opportunities to save them? Like it provides a bit more context.
Yeah,
and
it's just weird.
It's weird. Yeah. And I also think it further shows how it was unfair Chelley and Ace got so much hate for knowing each other, given half the cast knew each other. Love Island Games season 2.
Yes.
Is coming back. September 16th.
That's so soon.
Get rid of Love Island. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. They are really not playing around. No. Any predictions for who's going to be in the cast?
I think it'd be dumb to not bring Huda.
Girl,
I think they'll bring Huda. I don't want Huda, but she's.
Wants to do it? If I was Huda, and she might not feel this way, but I'm like, I just had such a bad experience, even though I got all these followers, but like, crashed out multiple times. Like,
Huda seems like someone who wants as much attention as possible. She said that. She was like, I want attention. I want my man to be obsessed with me. Oh, no. She's gonna go, if they ask her to be on Love Island Games, she's gonna go on Love Island Games.
She was just away from her daughter for 6 weeks. She can't do that again.
We don't mom shame on this podcast, so I don't know Huda's parenting skills, but I bet she would definitely go back on Love Island USA. Love Island Games, 1000% she's going, and this time Ariana Madix is hosting, so I think Huda will be there. Maybe Austin.
I'm trying to think Belle Dasha should go.
Yeah, Belle Dasha. Maybe Charlie, the British boy, because they usually have like a mix of international. Maybe Hannah.
The people that left too soon.
Yeah. How about people from last season? Kaylor, Aaron. Kaylor and Liv.
For me on the villa, it brought me back, and I was like, wow, season 6 was so iconic.
Yeah, Kaylor and Liv should go on. Yeah, they have to be all single. Maybe Kaylor and Aaron both are on the season. Jeremiah should be on that too.
No, yeah, they should for sure. Yeah, all my faves are in relationships, so. But bring the messy people.
Okay, well, if you enjoyed this episode of Sisters Who Watch, please make sure you're giving us 5 stars. 5 stars wherever you listen, please. Rate, download, subscribe. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Sisters Who Watch.
Yes, and we really want to hear from y'all, so comment, DM, suggest things, email us at sisterswhowatch@gmail.com, all the things. Thank y'all for your support. Stay watching.
Bye.